Hello and welcome. In this series, I'm documenting my journey of reaching 1,500 ELO in chess.com Rapid. We started the series at a rating of 1,000 about 83 days ago. So today's day 83. So far, we've gained 281 ELO. And today we're playing with the white pieces against HDNet, rated 1,238. Looks like he opened with E6. So I believe is this like the French defense if he goes d5? I'm not really sure. But my usual setup with white is to go to Jababa London and set up this potential trap if I get the opportunity. Otherwise, we just develop e3. Okay, so he does notice the trap. Okay, I think I might just take the center since this pawn isn't here. Normally, I would go e3 to open up the scope of the bishop, but because we don't have a pawn on d5, I don't need to worry about this capture happening. So let's go ahead and take the center with e4. Okay, interesting pawn move. I wasn't expecting that. I guess I'll drop back to g3. Not familiar with this opening sequence. Okay, so now we have two attackers on this pawn, so I need to add a defender. I think the best way to do that is to bring another knight into the game. So let's go ahead and bring our knight here to f3. Oh, yeah. As soon as I did that, I saw this pawn move. So that was a mistake, actually. Yeah, that was a mistake. I think I'm going to lose this pawn. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can't go here because of this. I can go here with the bishop, potentially. He'd have to push this, blocking in his own bishop, or defend it, or go here. Yeah, let's actually go... Let's try h4 with the bishop hitting the queen, because now either he's going to have to give up the queen or give me an opportunity to move my knight away after he blocks his own bishop in. Either way, it's quite an unpleasant position. I guess he also has this knight move. Okay. So how do we deal with this? Okay, what are my options with the knight? So I'm thinking either going the aggressive route and going here, but it's just going to get pushed away and I don't have any good squares for it. Or I just have to drop back to d2. Both are quite unpleasant. I'm now realizing that when my bishop was here, I potentially had this move. We would have had some trades, but it would have been even. Okay, very unpleasant start to the game. Yeah, this was not a good move with the knight. I should have went here to defend the bishop, or the pawn, I should say. It's not the end of the world, though. Let's see if we can make something happen. What if I push this? Does this work? If I push and he takes, I take, he takes, I take back. This is a take with check. I'm just worried I'm going to get myself into more trouble here by pushing this pawn. So if I push and he just goes back, then I'm able to free up my knight. If I push and he takes and I take, he takes and I take, he takes, I take with check, and then I take back the pawn. So I think this might actually work. Let's try d5. It's definitely a risky option, but I feel like I need to try to go for something here. And this knight is pinned. So that's important to keep in mind here. Because after we have take, take, he can't just take with the knight because he's going to lose his queen. And if he just takes here, then I'll just take. Okay, so we have a trade of pawns first. This knight is still pinned. So he can't quite take that pawn with the knight. So both of our knights are under attack at the moment. Okay, so first we have this bishop attack. Let's go ahead and take back with the pawn. It is making our pawn structure suffer a little bit, but least for even. Okay, so I'll take here. He's going to take. I'll take with check. And then I can take back the pawn with an attack on this along this diagonal. Okay, he takes back the pawn first. Let's take here and take away his castling rights. This comes with check. Do we get anything from that? Probably just need to take back this pawn. I can castle this way with check. My pawn structure on both sides is quite poor. I think I'm going to go ahead and castle with check. And then we're going to take back this pawn and then develop our bishop somewhere. Quite a bizarre opening today. Okay, this knight's still pinned. Let's take back the pawn for now. Got quite an interesting pawn structure going on here. But we're even on material. And this king has lost castling rights, so he's going to have a harder time developing. Okay, let's see. If I go here, I'm threatening taking... Oh, I think this might win the knight, actually. Well, if I go here, he can do this. And that actually solves the problem. But the knight is nearly pinned. If I go rook here, I have two attackers. And he only has one defender, which is the king, so he can't take back. But he can just block with his own bishop. But then at that point, I think I'll bring in my bishop. Probably here. Let's go ahead and do e1 for now. We're also getting it on a dark square. So we like to have pieces on dark squares because we're facing a light square bishop. Okay, I think I like this move here, going for the pawn. I still have this attack. Does this do much? Let's go ahead and develop our bishop hitting the h7 pawn. We have this, but it's defended. Okay, if he ever brings his rook here, we still have this attack. I think I want to take this other open file. Okay, he's threatening this pawn right now, though, so I do need to be wary of that. Maybe I can push this first. Then we have this. Threatening the bishop, but if he takes, I'll fix my pawn structure, so I'm kind of okay with that. Where else could he go? Here. If I go here, he's going to go here, most likely. And then we'll have take. So let's push our pawn. Oh, I'm actually exposing this attack as well. But it's still defended by my bishop, and if he goes here and trades, I'll take back, and we're okay. If he goes here, probably just put my king here. Okay, yeah, to defend the pawns. I think this is okay. And if he takes, I'll fix my pawn structure, and this pawn will still be protected. So I don't think we have anything to worry about here yet. This is also a good move, I think. This will kind of force a trade because he doesn't have any other squares. Might make sense for me to actually first move the bishop and then go here. And then I'm just winning a knight because it's trapped. So I might do something like this with the bishop. This is actually quite a strong square, although he has this. Okay, do we want to trade this? We're going to fix his pawn structure. If he takes, would I rather he take and I take here? Or I could do this with the king. I feel like this might be a mistake. Let's see. Here. Take, 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 take. And this is hanging. So I need to move my king up. And it has to be here, otherwise this pawn is hanging. And this pawn is hanging. But I'm getting on the light square diagonal, which is quite unpleasant. But I think it's my best move. If I take, I just fix this pawn structure. Take, take. I might be tunnel visioning too hard on this pawn structure. It might not be as important as I'm making it out to be. Okay, let's see. If I just ignore it. Probably not the best move. Let's see. I can go here. I can also maybe bring my rook into the game somehow. Kind of asking for this after I do that though. Then I can go here, threatening this pawn. Actually, no, the bishop is pinned. Oh, I need to keep that in mind. The bishop is pinned, so this is not hanging at any point until he moves the king first or I move my rook. So if I go here, we have take, 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 take. And you can't take here because the bishop is pinned. So I think I'm going to go a3. Okay, we have a trade. I kind of like this and this. Because this one pawn will be holding these pawns in place. And then I can push here, and then everything's on dark squares, so his bishop can't touch it. So the reason he moved his king is to unpin his knight, his bishop. If I go, I think this is the best move. So let's go here. And then let's plan on d4. So we're also blocking his king from coming in, and we're blocking preventing the attack from the bishop. And this pawn is contained here. So he pushes, I take, pushes, I take. Okay, he pushes his other pawn. So he wants to take back here. I'm thinking I just go d4 to defend this pawn, but let's consider our options first. Pushes, take, take. Pushes, take, take. He has check. I guess I go here, and then I lose this pawn. Oh no, it's defended, so we're okay. Pushes, take, take. He is creating a passed pawn. This is quite strong. How do I defend this? Let's see. Perhaps I go here right away with the king. Then we have push, take, take, take. And this is a dark square. So I kind of like this. Let's go here, c3 with the king. Pushes, we're going to trade. Okay. That seemed like it was just good for me. I just gained a pawn there. Okay. Do need to be quite careful now. Let's go here. probably go somewhere in here or something like that. Let's see. Here. I think I'll move up the board. And then let's go here. Perhaps. Well, this will hang this pawn. So probably here, actually. And then if he double stacks, I'll have to defend. And then he can go here. Quite unpleasant. So this pawn is likely going to fall. Here or here. If I go up here, I just lose the pawn. And then is there anything I could do with that afterwards? I don't really think so. I can go here and force a trade. If I go down here, I think we're going to have this. And then I'll have to defend. And then he can just go here, adding an attacker. And then I won't have enough defenders. So I think if I go here, I can force this. Okay, if I go here, he takes. I go here. We have take with check. He can either move the king. I feel like my king is getting closer to attacking his pawns if I go up this way. So let's go here. That was a mistake, but I think I lost it regardless. Yeah. I think I would have lost that in any case. Okay, so now we're just down a bishop. We're going to lose this pawn as well right now. Oh, very poor. Very bad. So I had to move down with the king in order to prevent this skewer. That was my only shot. Okay. Now what do we do? I think this might be checkmate. If he pushes this. Could go here. Let's just mate. Is there anything I could do? I don't think I have any ways to get out of this checkmate. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have any. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I do. Let's go e2. And I think this is mate. Or that's mate as well, yeah. All right, let's check out the review. Yeah, not our best performance. Yeah, pretty poor. Pretty poor performance. We did have this wonky opening. And then this pawn move. It wanted me to retreat inwards. Interesting. Probably to add a defender to this pawn. That makes sense. And then after that knight move, he's able to kick it with the knight. Yeah, so I did see this afterwards. This move to e5. But I did not think long enough, I guess. Yeah, I guess I should have developed my bishop earlier, maybe. Okay, so this allows you to eventually win a knight. So I must have missed a tactic here. What was the correct move? What? Bishop to... Okay, well, let's see the tactic. Wait, I'm confused. I'm confused. Let's look. let's look again. So if we have here, let's go into analysis. Saying this is my best move. Why doesn't he just take here? And I go b2. Oh, b2. And then I just trapped. b4. c3. And now the knight is trapped. Okay, so it was just a few moves deeper, but the knight was trapped when he went in there, so that was a mistake on my part. And then this was my big mistake. I didn't recognize the skewer here. I should have went downwards with the king. What was the eval before this? Still somewhat even. Advantage to black, but still somewhat even. Yeah. And after this point, was there any move I could make? No, there wasn't. It was just main 2. Well, you win some, you lose some. I feel like we learned something. Gotta watch out for skewers. Thanks for watching today, guys. This was day 83. Appreciate you being here. I'll see you on day 84 tomorrow. God bless. Bye-bye.